Yeah, I didn't realize that I had it set to do that for the entirety while I was waiting for my coffee. That's unfortunate for me. But it's just one slip up, so I'll be fine. Hope you all are doing okay today, by the way. I've been on and off, good and bad. I try not to make my days like, I try not to say like I'm good or like I'm okay. I basically give like neutral answers because I never know what the day is gonna bring me. Anyway, there's some stuff that I want to do before we get started with guess what I, the genius, did today. I assume it has something to do with computers. Or no, actually, I'm assuming this is like sarcasm. So I assume by the genius you either did something with computers or it wasn't as genius as you're letting on here. That is my guess. Oh. Why? You know what? I'm actually curious now. Why did you do that? It's sick. No, I get it's cool, but like, but why? I want to know the reason behind this. You know, other than that, it's fun to do it. Because everyone has a reason they do stuff. You know what I mean? That's upscaled? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. But there's a couple things that I want to do before we get started on the Genshin of Impact. It upscales it and the 3D effect is sick because the screen is massive. I have, you know, when I used to play the 3DS, that I don't know, it felt like it like hurt my eyes to look at it a little bit. Because I still have one actually, somewhere in this office. I had to get the extra large one though, because my big old palms just they don't really hold the tiny ones all that well. I'll think about it. I have been meaning to get a VR headset because I promised a couple friends that I'd get it, like, I don't know, 4 years ago, and I haven't gotten it yet. Jesus, they've probably been sitting in, like, VR chat, just, like, wondering where the hell I've been. And meanwhile, I've been here playing Genshin Impact. So there's a little something that I wanna do before we begin. And that is watch a little advertisement that I saw yesterday. So as everybody knows, I have been very excited for a little thing called, since the 3DS eShop is discontinued. You have to set sail on the pirate seas. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm pretty sure Nintendo's very serious about pirating, so I'm not touching that with a 39.5-foot pole. Anyway, as everybody knows, I have been very excited for a user-generated content game mode on Genshin Impact, and recently they put out an advertisement for it, for what you can see and do in it. And I just want to share it with all of you because I am excited for it, but I want to know. I'll just play it. Welcome to the Malastra. You can make whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You can play Monopoly or Overcooked. Tower defense. Soccer, I guess? I actually have no idea what this is. It's some sort of like sport game. I'm assuming soccer. Temple Run? Now, well, it's because it's the only one that they have, like, prepared right now. There's been males? What are you talking about? I saw, like, 2 so far. Why is it only advertising girls? That's a male in the cat outfit, or, like, the weird cat hooded outfit. And furries. Well, you know, that's the day and age we live in now. But there will be male players. There will be. I don't know if they have it ready yet to like have it advertised. I think I saw 2. Granted, they didn't really like show their faces, but and also the furries are just like costumes or cosmetics, because the whole thing with the UGC is that you get a choice of cosmetics for your avatar in the UGC mode that they're creating. Now, my only concern is I will admit I was expecting the user generated characters to you know, be playable throughout the entire game. However, I have a feeling that that's not going to be the case. I in fact have a feeling that it's just going to be for the UGC mode. Just keep it in video games. Well, you just took a shot at the entire furry community, and I hope to the gods that none of them ever see this video. Because, yeah, you'll be flamed. You'll be cooked over a flaming grill, I feel like. We live in a day and age, Slothy, where we all gotta be careful. People are super sensitive now, I'm learning. That's my opinion. Yeah. Here's a bit of a word of wisdom to you that I've learned also. Opinions don't really matter anymore. And that's not me trying to, you know, charbroil you. That's literally like something I've noticed is like half of the internet does not care about opinions. Until, you know, it's their opinion, and then they look like a big old hypocrite and yada yada yada. It's just a big old mess that I've noticed. You know, being on the internet since like, I don't know, 2001. Or 2000. I've just noticed a lot of hypocrisy. It's not fun. It's not. It's unfortunate, actually. So I'm not going to play for too long today. I have some stuff I got to do today. I actually just ran out of coffee. So I have to go down to the store and get some coffee for myself. Otherwise, I'm going to have to use Folgers. And I've been told that Folgers is actually akin to a not good brand, I'm going to say, to keep it clean. I sure hope my father didn't hear that. I might as well just get started. Because honestly, the UGC thing was all I really cared about today. Just not some of their actions. Yeah, I'll agree with that one. There are some people out there that are a little crazy with it. Not everyone, though. There are some good people in the furry community out there. You know? I just have to... Well... Please let me move my character, please. Why is it suddenly not letting me do that? Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to do it this way then. Okay, I guess I'm doing it this way. Damnable thing. Making me do this. Okay. Oh, and now it starts doing it normally. Cool. All right. You know, I'm kind of the same way. Except nowadays I do that less. Like I try to avoid conflict nowadays. Because conflict just isn't worth it anymore. You know what I mean? Too big. Like it's just there's something about like conflict now that's just like I would rather just not involve myself in it. And now the game is not showing for me. You got to be kidding me. There we go. I don't know. There's just something about the world today that makes it look broken. That just ain't for me, you know? Yeah, it broken. The world is broken. I don't know what else to say. It's a broken mess of what it used to be. Alright, it's looking like I'm gonna have to renew that a little bit. So I'll go ahead and just do that really fast. Hold on a second. I will shoot. Yep, it's a good thing I did this.
Are you trying to kill Robert? No! Robert!
It's a very good thing I did this. It's a very good thing I did this. Wait. Huh? Sure, but be careful. You're lucky Jester's not here, but please be careful because we all have our own beliefs.
Another bad one?
Alright. While you're doing that, I am going to activate Kave. The pendulum of weal and woe. So I'm gonna go to Sumeru City. The 6th proposal. Because why not? Oh, he's just standing right there, huh? Alright, let's see.
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
He's already down 2 hearts, huh?
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
Oh no, we have a we have a picky. Yeah, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that opinion. I'm not one of those people, but I'm those are some powerful that's a powerful opinion you got there. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
Okay, take it easy, Kave. This is just Kave. Everyone is running into the problem that every artist runs into, which is a. I mean, I'll give you that. You're very blunt and honest, which is very fitting, and very which since you're from Ireland, you said that actually makes a lot of sense. You can delete it if you want. Yeah, I might actually. I might. I might actually. Not cause like, you know. Uh-oh. I don't think I'll be able to. But I don't believe. Uh-oh. Okay. Not because so might not be able to this time around, but I should have like a laptop right here just so I can take care of that whenever I need to when Jester's not here. Actually, hang on a second. Never mind. They're probably busy with family at the moment. So it's not that I won't delete it, it's that I can't delete it because it's not showing up on the thing, but yeah, I'm just not gonna touch that opinion. I'm just not gonna touch it. I am going to just continue the game, to be honest. Kaveh is running into every commissioner's worst nightmare.
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? It looks almost like the head of a fungus.
Isn't a lot of your guys' houses like round on the roofs? Have I been wrong about how Sumeru designs their houses?
This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
I mean, that's pretty good criticism, I'm not gonna lie.
The roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design?
Well, because well, I'm not saying Jester will kill you. It's that you know, people have very strong opinions on Pride Month. That, you know, we should just not ever touch, because nowadays some people, Jester's not one of them. Thankfully, Jester's like level-headed, but there are some people in that group that will fight tooth and nail when they feel that their stuff is threatened. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say on it. Like, we're all level-headed here, but there are some cases where this is where my paranoia takes flight. Is just because, like, would I know that somebody has strong just not in a Twitch chat? Good. Very good. I'll just leave it at that.
Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
My guy, are you sure you want to be yelling at your at the guy paying you to do this? Also, tell me if my questions get too personal. I will.
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do?
Man, you are just stubborn, Badawi.
Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that of a tree trunk?
Well, at that point, you don't want a house. You just want a statue.
What?
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye? This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently.
I'm actually curious. Not that I'm aware of. I still have some I still have to do some research in what mine has, really. I'm not exactly a full practitioner as of right this second. I'm just me. I just like relaxing. Me like relaxing. That's all I really do. But I mean, hang on. I can grab my iPad. Averse Hotshot Jet. You're lucky that I don't have a mod right now, otherwise I'd kill you where you stand. Yeah, they're getting rambunctious today, these bots. They're getting real rambunctious. Let's see, does she have any? Doesn't look like there's really a lot of quotes, but there's a prayer for protection. I'm gonna buy some views. Is that how it works? Oh, that's horrible. Why would anyone buy for views? Why would I purchase for views? I will go the slow route, thanks. I'm not that desperate to like buy views. Are you kidding me? But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any like religious quotes or book quotes. There's a prayer for protection though, which is good. Honestly, I need to start using that more actually. Hell, I should probably start doing that every morning I wake up, to be honest. This look, by the way, that Kava's giving us is basically me every day. Just like this head in his hands kind of look, just like, gods, why?
Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
Why do you believe what you believe? I believe what I believe because, honestly, to me, it's more fun to believe in what I believe in. Like, let's see, how do I say this without getting a pitchfork and torch mob on me? The idea that everything is run by one individual, or even like no matter how powerful that individual is, like there's got to be like some other people to like help lessen that load for him or for them, whatever form they take. You know what I mean? What's the saying? A ship is only as good as the crew that runs it. And if you only have one person running everything on the ship, then that ship is sinking. Anyway, Kave just quit.
Hey, young man, please wait. Oh.
All of his things are just gone. That is true. That is true. I don't know. The thing is like, I used to be in that area, and then like, at some point in my life, I just felt like, that wasn't, like, it wasn't really working out for me. Like, I haven't even been to church since I was like 5. So, and plus I'm like I used to be a Mormon. My family used to be Mormon. So, I say used to because, again, we haven't gone to church since I was 5 years old. So at some point, like, I just started like looking into like ancient history and like what people back then believed in, and honestly, like, a lot of what people believed in looked a lot more fun than what we do. I mean, hell, wasn't there like a story? Wasn't there like a story? That's a joke. Yeah, I get you. Isn't there like a story where someone that was like, I don't know, Christian or Mormon made the graham cracker because they wanted people to be punished? Because they wanted like a really bland tasting cracker to be like, ah, yes, this will make everyone as miserable as me. Yes. I feel like that's... Hang on. Invention of the graham cracker. Oh, what the hell is Presbyterian? But yeah, like this guy made the graham cracker because he was just like, people are too. You know what? I've looked around and all of you are the worst. I have deemed it fit to make a meal or a snack that will cleanse you all. that will suppress your self-control. Or that will encourage self-control, I think is what, is probably what he thought. And then, eventually his invention became like the tastiest snack of all time. So anyway, barely a minute in, and Coffee's hearts are already all gone. That's not great. And I've just watched the whole thing like a weirdo. Coffee looks like he's in a bad mood. I should go check up on him. Well, I did say I wanted to learn more about this guy. I probably shouldn't go in as his hated roommate. I'll probably take a look, but I'll probably be sticking to the one that I have now. Keeps me connected to my Celtic roots.
Was truly the worst decision ever.
Man, he's really just devastated. I imagine he's not even drunk yet. He's just like, absolutely distraught. You all right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health.
Saw you arguing with someone just now, dude. I mean, did you expect me to not?
So you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around.
My guy, I was sitting I was like 2 feet from you. Not even 2 feet. I'm pretty sure I was like inches from you.
Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now.
Oh, are you? You poor sad soul.
Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine. Same as last time.
Are you about to drink yourself into a stupor, Kaveh?
Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
I'll just have a glass of juice.
Wine in a glass of juice, coming right up.
Kaveh chugs down his entire glass of wine.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me.
I'm not. You're not what? Wait, did you think I was talking about you? I was talking about the man in front of me. Oh. I think you know what? I really do have a poor memory then. What was... You're not what? Then... Oh. Did I say that? I don't think I said that. And if I did, I'm sorry. If I said something along those lines, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like that. But no, I'll look into it after the stream, more than likely.
That guy, though. was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all.
Kaveh seems a lot more honest after he's had some wine.
Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
Oh my god, he's he's already on it. Gods. Gotta catch myself, gotta catch myself, gotta catch myself. But I think I'm being a bit pushy. Well, I mean, at least you're being self-aware of it. There's a lot of people that are, there's a lot of Catholics that aren't like that. You're a rare breed of Catholic.
You've got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
So you're telling me that Kaveh just comes here to drink every day?
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences. But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make.
Oh, I see. You poor soul, you're chained.
I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback would also not be a good thing. All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art? Should I see it as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods? Or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Ah, yes, the year-old quest, the day-old question. What is the meaning of art? Never mind, I look it up and it's just an actual dictionary response. But I think he means like a spiritual sense of art.
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually much better than that.
Oh, he's angry. He's very angry today, Lambad.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
He's already gone. We've lost him. We've lost him in the sea of wine.
The meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you? Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler?
Oh no, he's already gone. I think you've had enough, is what I think. I think 2's your limit. Oh god, what do I believe? What do I believe in this case? I think in this case, I'm just gonna go for what I actually believe, and then for the next one, I'll just, like, pick what, the other one says.
Exactly. So our thoughts on the meaning of art are rather similar.
1.
In Sumeru, especially Sumeru of the past, the arts are not a popular discussion topic. Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation.
Okay, so you've gone from sounding absolutely sloshed to, awake.
It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer.
I feel like you're about to vomit. Kaveh still looks dejected, and even wine didn't help his mood. How can I help cheer him up? Maybe I should play it safe and just make a simple suggestion. Let's do something else and clear your mind.
Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? It's probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. Because then your secret will be revealed, I feel like. Why did you decide to become an architect?
Huh? Where did that come from?
I just want to know. Dude, I want to learn about you. This is me forcing myself to learn about you, so please, tell me. I'm actually interested. Sits on my chair. How are you doing? Perfectly well.
It's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past.
No, I don't know anything.
My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings, and when I was young, I used to sit next to her and watch her bring all kinds of buildings to life on paper.
Oh.
You could say my interest in architecture just naturally grew with time.
Would she be able to understand how you're feeling right now?
Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find the motivation to return to her work. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, it would seem rude to barge into her life again over something as trivial as that.
I don't know, man. You're her kid. You're her kid looking for suggestions.
I did remember something else, though. When my mother left, she only carried some small personal luggage with her. She left most of the belongings in the house to me. At the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experiences, so my life and career could go a little more smoothly.
Well, maybe we should go looking through your mother's stuff. You know, maybe find like a journal or something.
I hadn't quite come to grips with my emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental items. So I just packed anything with memories away in a box and haven't reopened it since. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I have finally developed the maturity I need to face those memories without losing my mind. Yeah, I should dig it out and take a look.
Do you think I can come with you?
Huh? Sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right.
You've had
I
two...
should do these kinds of things with the support of a friend.
You've had 2 glasses of wine. Only 2, Kaveh. You've only had 2 glasses. Just the 2. Nothing more.
Speaking of that, I can call you a friend now, right?
We'll put that on a back burner for
Either
now.
way, thanks for reminding me that I can invite you to come along. Had I just gone back by myself, it would have looked like I'm deliberately trying to keep things from you. Ugh, thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache, so I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current projects on pause for now, and spend some time trying to rekindle the passion for my craft. If you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, you'll be sure to encounter some bits and pieces of my past. Do you think you'd find that too boring?
I don't think so.
All right, then let's head back together. I mean, you already know where I live. Who knew that the day would come when I too would have some friends over? Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Hatham shouldn't be home now either. He's usually in the records room at this time of the day.
No, he's not.
Anyway, there's no more time for drinks. I'll go take care of the bill.
Perfect. It Genshin World though, so it could be a lot more. I guess that's true, but the guy who served him literally only served him 2 glasses. He even said before he gave him his second glass, like, dang, you're already like this after 1 glass? Dude, you're usually better than this. Now, if he were a mod stadion, he'd be able to keep his liquor down pretty well. Unless he's venti. Alright. Enter Alhaitham's home, which is really Kaveh and Alhaitham's home. Okay.
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box.
Okay, Kaveh brings out a box and dusts it off. Are you already having regrets? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty.
It's a
which
big-ass
means it's
box.
already been a while since I've moved into this place. And many years since my mother moved to Fontaine.
Oh, this is where the rumor of Emily being your sister comes from. I wonder if there's ever going to be a moment where you two meet.
I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
Well, now that just looks like a palace. Is that a drawing?
Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing.
That's actually
That's
pretty
more than
good.
20 years ago. You could say it's pretty good for a child of that age.
You're 25? Dang, man.
Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
You don't sound as confident as you used to be.
Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time.
You mean our world or this one? Creators of our world or this one?
I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases.
Ours? I'd honestly ask them what my purpose in life is. Because that's always, isn't that like the age-old question? Like, what's my purpose? Why was I put on this planet? What is my driving factor? You know? I know my purpose. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad you found it. I mean, so far, I think my purpose is, this. Is sharing my experiences on a game that I enjoy.
Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box.
Yes. What's in the box, Kaveh?
Ah, my building blocks. It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over.
Kaveh, I'm starting to think that this box is just your childhood memories.
Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work.
Oh?
Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect.
Oh no, did one of your blueprints actually become a thing?
It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?"
What happened after that?
My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Let's see. Is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again?
A notebook with a lot? Is this mother's journal?
Ah, this is my mother's notebook.
Yep.
She used to write and sketch in it all the time. When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook, and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password.
Oh?
Huh. Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. Did she leave it to me on purpose?
You could open it and take a look. I mean, you're not going to know until you open the book.
If only I could. I never managed to guess the password.
Even after all those years, dude? You're brilliant now. What are you talking about?
Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe this time something will click in my head, and the answer will just present itself. Let me think. What could it be?
Your birthday?
I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago. I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely related to my family.
Oh, yeah?
I've even tried stuff like Love You Kave, Take Care, and Yours Truly. I've tried every cheesy phrase and well-wish in the book, but this lock has refused to budge.
I think your purpose is to make other people's days at least just a bit better for now, at least. Yeah, I think that too. Hello, Ocean Breeze. It's nice to see you. Welcome by. Yeah, I'm getting through. I've decided that I want to learn about Kave, so I don't really give Kave a lot of chances. So decided I'd give him a chance to, teach me about him. I like it so far. I haven't really gotten to the meat of the story, though.
I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use something like that, she'd never hear the end of it from the folks over at Haravatat if they ever found out.
Oh. We can try asking some of our old acquaintances.
So we could find someone who was close to my mother and see if they might know anything? I see what you're saying.
Thanks for having this
But who
conversation.
should we
You're
talk to
welcome.
for
He's
that?
my child. Oh, so you're also the parent figure of Emily, then, is what I'm understanding. Ocean.
My mother was never really the one to be social. My father was the one with more friends, but all those connections were severed when he died.
Oh, dude, you know what's funny? My parents are pretty much the same way. My mom is not very social, but my father has friends all over town. Never really liked Emily, TBH. Well, I mean, I more so really said that because you said that Kave was your child, and then I made a very poor joke that, with him being your child and Emily being related to him, possibly. Well, I'm sure you could connect the dots from there. But that's fine.
Let me think. Is there still someone at the academia who would know my mother? Ah, actually, there is someone. Professor Zaha Hadid.
Oh, we get to meet her again, I see. Who is that, I ask, already having done Sino's side quest?
Huh. You've never really heard of her? She's a famous Gasharwar scholar and leading expert in formal garden design. My mother studied under her as a student many years ago. Professor Zaha Hadid published many works during her career, so I was able to learn a lot by studying her essays. If there's anyone who still remembers my mom, it'd be her. She's older now and is no longer teaching at the academia. But if I remember correctly, she spends most of her time around the Bimarstan area.
And that is where? I haven't been, I haven't exactly been anywhere around Sumeru lately. You're gonna have to remind me where that is.
Let's go take a look. We might run into her if we're lucky.
You know, I just now noticed how big their sofas are. These guys technically have 3 beds. I gotta go, but if you wouldn't mind, I'll pray for you. Sure, go right ahead. I didn't realize how many, technically beds these guys had. Are you an Alhaitham main? Yes. Alhaitham is honestly my favorite, Dendro user. I like him. Mainly because I like how, I like how just he doesn't give anybody, like, any enemies a chance to breathe. That's what I like. That's what I like combat-wise, is not giving the enemy a chance to breathe. Just an onslaught of attacks. That's what I like.
What am I supposed to do now? Forget it. I'll just head back.
Tainari? What are you doing here?
Tainari, what are you doing here?
That was my that was my exact question.
Oh, it's you. Good to finally see you again.
I'm gonna pull him on Sumeran Chronicled. I'm gonna try for him too. I'm saving a lot of my stuff for Flynn's. And for, oh god, how do you say her name? Lauma? I want to get some of the Nodcry people, because apparently the Nodcry people actually help out with exploration, which is gonna be perfect for me. But I do need to get some Alhaitham constellations too, so I'll probably try for him too. I actually need to try for his weapon more than anything. Because right now I still just have this, like, evil-looking sword.
I came into the city to buy some experiment reagents, hoping to bring them back with me to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Doesn't explain why you're over here, though.
But as soon as I got here, I noticed someone banging on Cyrus's door. You've all heard of Cyrus, right? He's an ex-sage and Sino's adoptive father.
I need Nahida and her weapon. That's true, also. I haven't worked on Nahida, actually. I wonder if I should.
I was thinking about going over to ask what's happening. That granny over there may appear old and frail, but her vocal cords certainly sound loud and healthy as ever.
Yeah, that's Zaha. That's Zaha Hadid.
Granny?
Yeah, she's just over there. You can go check out the situation yourselves in a moment. Kaveh, were you at the tavern?
Why did you sniff him, weirdo?
I had a quick drink or two. Can you still smell the alcohol?
It fits him so well. Yeah, it does actually. Honestly, his charged attack uses that holographic image of his weapon too.
Drinking in broad daylight. Really? You want to pass out by the road and get run over by a sumpter beast like some mindless fungus, huh?
Tainari, it was just 2 glasses of wine. Chill. It was only 2 glasses. It's not like he drunk himself into a stupor.
And you, traveler? You didn't try to stop him?
What was I supposed to do? He was depressed. He looked pretty hellbent on getting drunk, Tainari. I don't know what you want from me. Don't just stand there, fight back.
You look like a wreck, Kaveh. What happened? Are you feeling down again?
I have 2 alcoholics on my team. Ah, yes. Kaveh and Seat Lolly, the only alcoholics I know of in this game. Or actually, no, the other alcoholic is Venti. Uh-oh. Never mind, I don't know who's on your team. But if I had to guess from recent events, it's probably Kaveh and Seat Lolly. If I had to guess.
You know what? I'm hosting a meal at Pardistii tomorrow evening. Do you want to come?
We came here to talk to Zaha Hadid.
Huh? Oh, I had no idea. Let me think for a moment. I'll come if I can find some time.
All right. Then I'll plan on reserving 2 seats for you.
2? Wait, you're pulling me into this?
I'll be heading back to Gandharvaville for now. I have a feeling that argument over there is going to continue for
Seat
quite
Lolly
some
and
time.
Kaveh.
It might be
Oh,
best if you
man.
don't get involved.
I love Seat Lolly as a character. I gotta go for now. I'll be back. Hopefully I'll still be here. I'm not gonna be streaming for too long, but thank you for joining us. It was nice to have you.
A granny who lives nearby. Let's go take a look.
All right, let's see what we have. A granny that lives nearby, huh? Yeah, it's probably Zaha Hadid. Yep, there she is. Zaha! Nice to see you again.
Ha! So, plan on keeping yourself locked in there, huh? Fine by me. If you're not going to come out, then I'm not going to leave.
Hello, Granny.
My tomato was growing so well. It had all the potential to become the best tomato this year. And you cut it straight from the vine.
That's an act of war. That is an act of war if I ever saw one. It's almost as bad as somebody accidentally shooting a pig. Not knowing where the pig came from.
I already told you I had nothing to do with it. Why would I take a tomato that's still weeks from ripening? You'd have to be awfully green as an investigator to think it was me.
You said that on purpose, Cyrus.
You see, the word green here could refer to both the color of the tomato and the fact that your skills could use some.
Enough nonsense. Just come out and face me, you coward.
You're out of your mind. If I've actually done something wrong, then get a mantra and pull me out by force, why don't ya?
Oof. He's power playing her.
Oh, why you?
Don't tell me this is...
Professor Zaha Hadid?
And who are you? Oh, Kaveh. Fancy seeing you here.
Who dares disturb Oh. Oh, Kaveh, I didn't... How are you?
How long has it been? Come on, get over here and let the professor take a good look at you. Not bad, not bad. You've grown taller again.
Very taller, depending on how long ago it was I saw you.
Professor, what's going on here?
What is going on here?
It's no big deal, really. A few of us old scholars got bored in our retirement and decided to put together a vegetable growing competition. At the end, whoever loses will have to go up on stage and do a performance for the winners. Which
Oh.
brings us to our current predicament. My tomato was sure to win until a certain someone decided they couldn't bear to lose.
Hey, don't try to defame me in front of the kids. If we're airing out each other's dirty laundry now, then why don't we talk about you sneaking into Janat's garden the other night?
Oh no, it's bad. Wow, garden competitions are bad apparently in Sumeru.
Lucky for you, seeing these youngsters come to pay their respects today has put me in a better mood. I'll let you off the hook, for now. Come on, let's go. We'll take our conversation elsewhere. He doesn't need to be a part of it.
Yes, of course.
Of course, Grandma. Let's get out of here. Back on up the road. Let's see what we got.
Is Faranak still doing well?
Who's Faranak?
Yes, as far as I know. She left for Fontaine some time ago and started a new life for herself. She's still doing work related to architecture, though.
Ah, yes. I did hear about that. Did that upset you at all?
Is this really an appropriate question to ask, Granny?
No, not at all. She's already sacrificed a lot raising me as a single mother.
That's good to hear. Your mother did struggle quite a bit those few years. It's probably a good thing that she found a new place to call home. Sometimes I wonder if things were harder for her because she was so beautiful.
What?
People were always drawn to her beauty first, only to realize she had a sensitive and vulnerable heart underneath.
Is this stuff you should be saying?
She was still quite young when she first joined my class as a student. Beautiful and radiant with her golden hair, yet quiet and single-minded. She seemed like a lass from some aristocratic house who was seeing the outside world for the first time. She had to make a lot of drastic changes in her life to raise you on her own. Even during her time in the academia, she was a thorough perfectionist. If she was unsatisfied with something she had made, she'd insist on redoing it, even if I was perfectly happy with it.
Sorry, I gotta...
She had many admirers, and they'd always fill up the first few rows of seats, hoping they could get closer to her sitting in the first row. If it were any
Wait,
of
hold
my
on.
other classes, you'd have found nobody sitting in the front.
Hang on a second. I gotta look back on this. Even during her time in the academia, she was a thorough perfectionist. If she wasn't satisfied with something she made, she'd insist on redoing it, even if it was perfect, even if I was perfectly happy with it. Many admirers. So she lived a very horrible life.
But every time I saw her, she was always in that same rigid pose. She'd have one hand on her forehead with the other clutching her pencil. Her eyebrows would be knitted in a frown as she concentrated on the blueprint in front of her.
Sounds like your mother had some tough spots too, Kaveh.
I'm sure she had many difficult moments in her life. How did she cope with the stress?
I'm not too sure. She never talked about such things with me. She rarely opened up to other people, you know.
Oh?
I do remember one time, though, when she got into a heated argument with a friend. She said something I found very memorable.
Oh?
She said, "True art cannot be understood, but as an artist, I wish some people could understand its meaning and value. If you ask me, that's probably the greatest source of pain for geniuses of their craft. It's extremely hard for them to find someone who can truly understand their ideas."
Yeah. I think right now that's kind of what I'm running into as well. With what we're trying to do here at Blackwell Productions and Playboy Vampire.
So that's how it is. I wonder if the password could be...
Acknowledgement?
I tried both just now. Seems those aren't it either.
Damn. She really made this difficult for us. Don't worry, Kaveh. We got about... couple of hours, couple minutes.
What are you trying to do?
Well, his mom left him a book.
My mother left her notebook to me, but it has a password, and I haven't figured out what it is yet. I'm trying to learn more about her so I'd have a better chance at cracking the code. Thank you for all that you told us.
It's the least I can do. Talking to youngsters like yourself makes me feel younger too. Honestly, looking at you now, I can see how much you resemble her. It's almost as if she's standing right in front of me again.
I wonder where Mother is.
Your personalities are quite alike, too. You're both stubborn and both a little awkward. Of course, I'm sure the similarities are mostly superficial. But so long as you continue to harbor those traits, you'll find a lot of difficulties in your work. I've taught a lot of students over my career, and in my experience, very few genius architects of Ksharawar ever found happiness for themselves. They would know exactly what they want to express and fight for it tooth and nail, which inevitably led to arguments with their clients.
Huh, that kind of sounds like what he's running into.
Some clients would choose to respect the architect's vision or just let the argument go because of the architect's reputation, but those are the rare ones. When Faranak first graduated, she was getting into arguments with her clients nearly every single day. I think it only got a little better when she met your father.
Oh?
I see. But wasn't my father from Rotawahist? Could he understand the designs my mother made?
No, I think they were probably beyond him, too. But despite that, he still stayed next to her, listening to her joys and sharing in her sorrows.
What a kind young man he was.
Faranek had many admirers, but she ended up choosing your father. His support probably played a part in that decision.
So instead of understanding, perhaps all we need is just companionship.
Maybe that's what she's trying to tell you?
Huh. It worked.
Really?
Oh, was that the right password?
Yes!
Wow, that's a very specific word.
Then you should be on your way, child. Find a quiet place and see what she wanted to say to you. Being the awkward person that she is, I suppose there were many things that Faranek could never say out loud. Instead, she probably left them in her diary, hoping that they would make their way to you one day. If you're ever in a mood to chat again, just come and find me here. You're always welcome to discuss architecture topics with me as well.
What a kind young lady you are.
Thank you so much, Professor.
There's no need to be so formal. I'll let you kids go. It's time for me to take another stroll around the vegetable garden.
I wonder what my mother could have written about.
Kaveh starts flipping through the notebook, revealing lines
They
upon...
all say Zaha Hadid's class is the toughest, but I think it's actually not too bad. On the other hand, though, structural mechanics is definitely a pain, no matter how you try to approach it. I doubled down and managed to get through it in the end. I met someone special. At first, I didn't think much of him, but now, I feel very happy whenever I get to spend time with him. We decided to name our son Kaveh. I don't think a younger me would have ever imagined forming such an intimate bond with another person. Back then, I lived only in the shadow of myself, as well as that of the dream in my heart. The bad news came. And even though it's been several days now, I still can't bring myself to come to terms with what happened. My eyes are so swollen, it's hard to see. What if they're all lying to me? And this is just a long, cruel dream. But I have to face reality. I still have someone to take care of. No matter what happens, I'll do my best to raise my son on my own.
Oof. Really? That's it? From you? No tears? No nothing?
Huh? Is this a drawing? Seems like it was done by my mother.
These students?
This blonde man was probably my father. But who are the other people in the picture? Huh? Why do a few of them look somewhat familiar?
Yeah, they do seem familiar, don't they?
From the dates in the notebook, she probably drew this more than 30 years ago. I hadn't even been born yet. Maybe we were thinking too much. Oh, there are a few lines written in the diary about this as well.
The one who invited us to the gathering is a talkative woman.
Oh.
Including us, 3 couples showed up. There was also a person who came alone. The talkative woman introduced everyone to each other. She spoke really quickly, so I couldn't quite catch everything she said. But I also didn't feel like asking her to repeat herself. My husband seems to be friends with the man with long ears. I couldn't really join their conversation, so I've resigned myself to sitting in a corner and drawing in my notebook. I don't think I'd be able to become friends with any of these people, especially that stiff-looking couple.
Stiff-looking couple?
That man is certainly very handsome, but he would constantly alternate between disjointed and serious ways of talking. His wife is a bit more bearable. We were not acquainted with each other
I'm
to
back.
begin with.
Hello.
And I doubt we'll see each other again after this gathering. The ambiance of this gathering is surprisingly pleasant, however. Talking to people can allow us to find some peace after a long day. Maybe my son will also partake in these gatherings in the future. I hope he'll be able to make many friends.
Well, he has. He definitely has.
Who would have thought my mother used to attend that kind of thing? It seemed she was only good at talking about her own work, and found it difficult to join into other conversations. As a result, she often kept to herself and would be off to the side, drawing. There's more written on the back. Oh, it seems like it was written to me.
Okay. Let's see what Mama has to say, Kaveh.
Kaveh. I was both overjoyed and distressed when I learned of your decision to continue your studies in Kasharwar.
What? Wait, why distressed?
You are very talented, and I am confident that you will become an architect of much acclaim. However, the more talented you are as an artist, the more misery and anguish you may encounter.
Do you stream on any other platforms? I stream on Twitch and YouTube only. And welcome, Robin. It is a pleasure to see you.
No one will be able to help you during your journey as an artist. But outside of your life as a creator, you can learn to form connections with other people and enjoy many other things in life. It's the only way to alleviate your suffering. Whenever you feel down, seek out a friend to sit and have a chat. You can accumulate joy and fulfillment by spending time with them. The positive feelings you gain will get you through the long and difficult years. Never forget that companionship is the most important thing of all.
Kaveh built the bridge to connect Port Ormos? Really?
So that's the
Wait,
answer
which
she
bridge?
prepared for me. She really thought long and hard about me and my future. Well, now that I've read her words, do you think I should accept Tainari's invite and attend that dinner at Pardis Di?
Wait, you were actually considering not going?
The thought definitely crossed my mind.
That's a bad idea.
Although it'd be nice to get together with friends and chat the night away, I don't want to bring down other people's moods because I'm sad. Besides, don't most people hate the feeling of seeing their friends troubled and being unable to help? And what's worse, nearly all of my problems can't be easily resolved with some encouraging words or gesture. And don't forget, I'm also older than all of them. As their senior, I should appear to be a bit more responsible.
I guess that's true. But Tainari saw right through you.
Huh, you're right. I really didn't expect to run into him here. I swear, his nose must be just as
The
sensitive as his
aggravate
ears.
crew.
Well then, I guess it's best that we go and join him for dinner. That means I'll owe him yet another meal now. You know what? I'm not going to overthink it. I'll see you tomorrow at Pardis Di.
Okay. Until after 16. You got it. The following day. Easteroth, send me to tomorrow. Oh. Wait. Time to go to Tainar. Time to go to over here. Man, every time we meet Tainari, it's always like over here now. I should have done all these things a long time ago. So who'd you invite, Tainari? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Not him. Can I see your Alhaitham build when you can? I'm curious. Sure.
Alhaitham also got my invite, right? Will he be coming to join us?
Oh no.
That guy, he's never been a fan of social gatherings. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
I will warn you ahead of time though that I'm not exactly good, quote unquote, at this game. So my build might be a little disappointing.
Are you sure? All right then. I guess we won't wait for him.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, maybe we should give him a little more time. We can keep chatting for a while longer.
Kaveh, buddy, you don't have to pretend.
Oh, sure.
You still haven't told me, what's the occasion for getting us together here at Pardis Di?
We're celebrating the end of the first phase of Kale's studies. I wanted to thank you all for the help you've given her along the way.
Wait, really? That's it? That's all this is about? Damn, if we did something like this when I was in school, there'd be a party every day.
Then where's Kale?
That's a good question. I haven't seen her.
She said she wanted to show everyone a bit of what she's learned, so she's still doing some last-minute prep at home. She'll be here shortly.
This won't be good.
Anyway, let's get started. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not so confident that the second phase will go as well as the first.
Oh? And why, pray tell, do you say that?
The curriculum will become a lot more involved, and I'm worried that she won't be able to get through all of it. I was hoping we could brainstorm about it together before she gets here.
What's her studies again, Tainari?
I knew this wouldn't be just a simple free dinner. Is that why you also invited Alhaitham?
Yes, I thought it would be good if we could all put our heads together about this.
Well, I mean, you're honest. I'll give you that one. I've just noticed, by the way, a lot of the Aggravate crew is 3 Dendros and 1 Electro.
Anyway, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What did you guys do when you ran into a problem that you didn't know how to solve? Or got assigned a project that you knew you weren't going to finish on time?
That's a bit personal.
Never happened to me.
I can believe that. I could definitely believe that.
I'd just pull another all-nighter.
You two are hopeless. Does anyone have a more useful answer to the question?
Perhaps you could adjust the pace of the curriculum, says me, who's apparently smarter than everyone else in this room.
Ooh, that's a good point. Confidence is the most important thing. Once you lose your sense of confidence, it'll become all but impossible
poor
to find the
Kave's a
motivation
4-star?
to study.
You know, I'm going to be honest, I don't really see being a 4-star as a bad thing. Like, yeah, hypothetically, it means that you're less, like, rarer or less powerful, quote-unquote. But if you're a 4-star, that just means you get more chances of getting your favorite character. But that's probably just my opinion on the matter. Because I'll admit, I don't really understand the rating system, honestly. In terms of, like, 5-star, 4-star, and all that.
This could be a potential direction. I have already redesigned the literacy curriculum, and I was originally hoping to ask Alhaitham for his opinion, but...
It's very simple. Instead of focusing on the amount of material you would like to teach, focus on the amount the student would be able to remember.
Hey, Alhaitham. It's nice to see you again. How have you been?
Wow, you actually showed up. I could probably count the number of times you've actually come to gatherings like this on just one hand.
And here we go. The couple's gonna fight again.
It's still more than the number of times you've managed to get a proposal approved on the first try.
Okay, that was just unnecessary. I get it. This is your guys' thing. That was just cold.
As long as you're still aware. So, what made the difference this time? Are you looking to drink your sorrows away with some friends?
I know you are, which is very sad. But you know what? That's okay. They're savage. I know, they're savage towards each other.
That's your purpose for being here, not mine. Don't project your ways of thinking onto me.
So you're saying the only reason you came is to help Tainari with his brainstorming?
I mean, that doesn't really sound far-fetched from him, as far as I recall. Alhaitham, honestly, from what I remember about Alhaitham, he seems very helpful at times. I'll admit, he does come off as a stone. But, you know, he has his moments, just like you do. Everyone has their moments in life.
Precisely. Kale will have a long road in front of her.
Hey, just to get one thing clear. Even if Kale manages to make her way to the academia, we cannot let her enroll in her Avatat. Kasharawar is obviously the best choice for her. She's been a trainee forest ranger for so long, she'll definitely be good with her hands.
I don't know, man. Do you not remember what your mom wrote to you?
What are you saying? Spontamad is the better choice. It's where I graduated from, after all.
Oh my god, I'm amongst a bunch of biased people. It's my worst nightmare.
Then what about Amorta? That's the Darshan her master actually graduated from.
What server are you on? I think American. Isn't there only like 2 servers? So I think I'm on American.
There are only 2 other Darshans left. We might as well select all of them on her enrollment application.
I know, right? We're at the point where we're just gonna be putting we're just gonna hit the select all option.
I'm trying to have a serious discussion here.
And so far you've only suggested your class. But then again, everyone has suggested their own class. Has anyone ever thought, what does Kale want? Has that ever come to your guys' minds?
Traveler, you aren't associated with any of the 6 Darshans. In your opinion, which Darshan would be the best choice for Kale?
Yeah, I think she should get through the second phase of her studies first.
Well said.
Agreed. And my goal in inviting you here was to gather some thoughts on the execution of this second phase.
Well, so far I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. All your guys' ideas suck. Because it's just all of you wanting her to go into your classes. I mean, you haven't said anything, granted, but I assume that's what you do.
Phase 2 far exceeds Phase 1 in both curriculum complexity and the speed of instruction. I hope Kale has prepared herself for what is coming.
Oh, I'm sure she has. She's been through worse. Much, much worse.
Hey, what are you thinking now? Please don't tell me you're planning on lending her those abstruse books from your home library.
Abstruse? Hold on. I've learned a new word today. I must now look it up in the internet dictionary. Difficult to understand, obscure. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Actually, I was thinking about lending her a professions guide.
Okay, that's new.
I'll make sure to write, "Don't become an architect" on the front page of that.
Then why did you want her to go into your place? I might have to redo my research on Sumeru, because I always thought, like, isn't, like, every class, like, just one thing? Classes of Sumeru. Yeah, here we go. I got my iPad, like, right next to me, so that's why I'm looking down. Let's see. Academics. Nope. Research. Nope. I just need... Here we go. Wait. Found out what they're actually called. Not the SIS, the 6 Darshans. They all share one brain cell, and that's Alhaith. Oops. You know, it's so true. Why am I getting Indian philosophy? Here we go. This should tell me what they're all about. Hello, God? Why'd you do that? Go back. Skip. Alright, let's see. Spontamod specializes in studying ley lines, the elements, and alchemy. Wait, what? Huh? What? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess I'm just shocked that Sino knows about that. Vahumana, which has surprisingly nobody in. You know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised we don't have any playable characters from Vahumana. We don't have one. We don't have a character from that Darshan yet. If we're ever going to get one, that is. Amurta specializes in studying biology, ecology, and medicine. Apparently Baiju's in this one. That's curious. My text is so delayed. I've learned that... So I've learned that there's like a 10-second delay for a lot of stuff. So don't worry. If I don't see it immediately, I eventually just look back over. Vahumana specializes in studying etiology, history, and social sciences. Great. Ritawahist specializes in studying illuminationism, astronomy, and astrology. Haravatat specializes in studying semiotics, linguistics, and ancient runes. And Kasharar. Probably Nefer because she's supposedly from Sumeru. That's true. I didn't think about that, actually. And yeah, she is from Sumeru, because from what I understand, Nod Cry, all the playable characters from Nod Cry are supposed to be from, like, all over the world. Because it's the quote-unquote filler nation. So we'll get some, like, Nod Cry residents, of course, but we're also going to get some people that, like, moved there or went down there to, like, you know, I guess help out with the current fertility situation or whatever. Anyway, Kashar, I'm just going to call it that. Specializes in studying technology, architecture, and puzzle solving. Kave, does Kale look like someone that would actually do that? But don't you love your job, Kave?
You're right. I can't deny that.
Is there another phase after phase 2? What's the ultimate goal of all of this? Are we trying to prepare her for a job in the academia?
We don't need to think that far ahead. Hold that thought, though. I think my vegetables are done.
What, you've been cooking something? I didn't see a grill when I came here. Everyone enjoys a relaxed and pleasant dinner without Kale.
I'm telling you, that client had no idea what he was talking
Oh
about.
no!
No matter what I did, he had something bad to say about it.
Okay, who gave Kave the glass of wine? Who was it? Raise your hands. Who did it? Which one of you people gave him the alcohol? Fess up. Kave sure gets drunk fast.
Have you considered finding another client?
I'm sure he's considered that multiple times, actually.
Ah, they're all the same. I haven't had a good night's sleep for months now. Who do they think they are, ordering me to alter my design over and over again just because they have some mora?
So how many glasses of alcohol did you have this time, Kave? Sounds like 3, if I'm gonna be real.
It's too late now to change careers. You might as well try to find some joy in the pain.
Well, I mean, you know, you tried. you know, Alhaitham, you tried. I'm gonna give you A for effort.
Besides, you'll be getting up in the middle of the night to make edits to your own design even when the client doesn't request it.
Wait, does he really do that?
No. That's not true.
Considering the fact that he's drunk, I'm inclined to believe that's actually true, because it's really hard to think and lie when you're on alcohol.
Cheer up, Kave. I'll tell you a new joke.
No, please don't. Please don't. Kave's actually a lightweight? Yeah, I figured as much. Anyway, Sino, please don't.
We'll save that for the end, Sino. You can keep it to yourself until then.
Thank you, Tainari.
Whatever. I'm not going to use my brain anymore. Let's drink tonight to our heart's content.
Oh my god, this is just Sumeru Seat Lolly. Leisurely gathering. The positive feelings you gain will get you through the long and difficult years. Anyway. Now's about the point in the story where I can just go on back. And, well, first of all, collect this. And just see where I could have gone. So. Oh. Oh. That's a lot of paths. Well, actually, not really a lot. It's like 3. Kave needs therapy. He needs more than therapy at this point. Well, I mean, going by my thing, I guess we'll go from here.
There have been many poorly written applications.
We return home. We return to Kave's home. By the way, that's a reference to his mom's gathering. I figured. I wasn't sure if I should say anything about that, honestly. But yeah, I kind of figured they all were connected that way. I'm waiting for the day when we get another, like, Bennett situation.
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit where...
Okay. Brings out a box and dusts it off. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. I'm happy for her. I hope she... Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
That's a drawing.
Oh, obviously I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. That's more... Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
Why do you say that?
Criticism and self-doubt have always... I
Okay,
admit
that's
that
just...
I may have spent a...
That's not the branching path,
anyway,
I see.
never mind. My building blocks. Oh, and this blue... I was super proud of myself. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I...
Sorry, I'm
It
skipping
was
through all
only
this.
a
I already
few
went
days
through it
later
earlier,
that we
though.
finally gathered up the My mother took me with her to personally... She didn't scold me about it in private, though.
I'm sorry, Kaveh.
Let's see. Is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again?
A notebook with a lock.
This is my mother's note. When I was a child, I used to be... Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her.
Could open it.
If only I could.
Even after all those years, you never figured it out?
Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in...
Your name?
I could tell what you were thinking. I've tried my name, my father's name, I've even tried stuff. I wouldn't try that route again.
Let's see. Here we go. Then maybe we should just put it aside for now.
Yeah, you're right. Although I was hoping to find some words of wisdom from my mother, if I stop and think about it, her words may not be the advice that I need to hear right at this moment. Everyone's life journey is different. Traveler, you've visited many lands and met many people, so I'm sure you've run into situations where some advice wasn't exactly suitable for the situation at hand. I just got an idea, though. If I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before, instead of trying to unlock an old notebook, why don't I take a walk around the parts of town that had changed my life? What do you think?
Okay, sounds good to me.
I'm glad you agree. Then let's start by taking a quick stroll around the academia.
Here we go, the branching path. What's your fave character? My absolute favorite? Oh, God. Who would be my absolute favorite? Let's see. What's a character I actually like resonated with the most? I mean, I can tell you where it ranged from. Cuz I don't really have like an absolute favorite. Like it went from Zhongli to
Osmanthus what?
I don't want to hear you, Zhongli, right now. To Alhaitham, to Nuvulet, to Arlecchino. I'll be honest, the one character that I actually like really love is not available at the moment. And it's Flynn's, because Flynn's
Exactly why I took the position.
I love ghosts. I like my favorite ride at Disneyland is Haunted Mansion because of all the ghosts and like the idea of spiritualism or spirits that like come out and play and like, you know, socialize. So yeah, Flynn's kind of comes as close to that as I can get in Genshin Impact. I don't really count Hu Tao because Hu Tao is like she's a funeral parlor like director. she runs a funeral parlor. That doesn't really count in my eyes as like as close to, you know, ghosts as I can get. Plus, Flynn's is just really spooky. I love Flynn's too. Yeah, Flynn's is a really good... I imagine Flynn's is gonna have like a really interesting story when we get to him. He's one of the people that we're supposed to learn about first, from what I understand. So, you know, considering the fact that we, I guess, get to the shoreline and he's just taking a walk. I like the idea that, like, we get to Nod Cry, we walk on the shore, and already we just meet, like, the enemies, which is just, like, a bunch of Doulahan and the person that turned them into Doulahan. And then Flynn just shows up like he was just casually walking on the shore. Like, oh, hey. These guys causing you any trouble? Anyway, let me just take care of that for you. I don't know why I'm climbing the tree this way, by the way. I guess I'm feeling brave today. Can I add you? Yeah, sure. I don't... So, you can add me. I don't play with a lot of people often. I plan on changing that when the UGC comes out, though. But, if you find that, you found me. But yeah, I plan on changing my ideology of playing with people once the user-generated content game mode comes out. I'm still on the troublesome co-op player craze or like paranoia that everyone else was running into back in the day.
Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most. When my studies got busy, I used to pull all-nighters here trying to finish my blueprints.
I mean, I think everyone in the academia remembers the library. I think a lot of people spend their time here. You sound like you almost miss it.
Who doesn't miss their time at the academia? Life was a lot simpler then, and we all had far less troubles.
I started... Wow, you started the first year of the first day of 2025, like the very first day, and then stopped and came back in June. Well, I'm glad it was able to pull you back.
I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning them into reality.
Why did you like to draw in the House of Dana?
If I had to give a reason, it'd probably be because I like the ambiance here. The academia also had a rule that allowed scholars to annotate any physical books they came across.
Oh?
As a result, the books here are chock full of scholars' wisdom across many generations.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that... You know, I forgot that everyone just can, like, write in these books. I wonder if they had a prankster at one point. There had to be that one scholar that was just, like, an absolute, like, savage prankster. That'd be terrible. But because I couldn't make a satisfying salad. Oh? I'm glad you're able to make it, to be honest.
Oh, here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis that I did many years ago.
Did you just rip a page out?
Why is Alhatham's handwriting also in here? when did he ever read this book? I guess it's probably from when we worked on that research project together. Anyway, he
Did I just
probably
stretch?
never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Alhaitham and I first met. I came here to do my homework and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves. A group of Haravatat scholars were chatting near him, but he looked as if he was too lazy to join them. There was a pretty stark difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that...
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
Hey, Al. What are you doing?
Alhaitham? Why are you here?
Didn't you say he was still working today? Is it really that surprising?
The House of Dana is a public space. Anyone can come here, no?
I've always loved his design.
But shouldn't you be at the records room at this hour? You're not here to watch me make a fool of myself, are you?
I mean, now you're just,
You think I would derive amusement from watching you fall into depression over your life's various troubles? If that's the case, then I suppose I must have been entertaining myself for years. I came here to pick up a few files. If your voice hadn't managed to get through my soundproof earpieces, I probably wouldn't have noticed you.
I forgot you had soundproofing.
All right. I admit I was probably overreacting just now.
Well, want to continue the story?
Probably not when he's right here with us. As his senior, I shouldn't try to tarnish his reputation.
There was nothing embarrassing or shameful about it.
That's true. In all honesty, he basically just, corrected you.
When I was still a student at the academia, I once collaborated with Kaveh on a research project. A collaboration is usually beneficial for all parties, but due to issues with our personalities, we ended up going our separate ways before completing the project.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You two do have some, You two tend to butt heads a lot, I've noticed.
We had a number of differences, and they remain unresolved even today. But there's no point going into that right now.
Why do they live with each other if this is how they treat each other? I've always wondered this. Like, if they hate each other this much, to the point that they had to go their separate ways for a project, why do they live with each other? Is it just like a I don't have a choice thing? Like, this guy could have easily kicked his roommate out a long time ago.
The more important question is, why are you at the House of Dana?
Kave's feeling a little...
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the academia's architecture?
You're really gonna hide this from him? You know he's gonna find out about it, right?
I see. Then let me guess. Your next stop will be the pavilions around Razan Garden? Our famed architect sure loves showing off that corner to all his friends.
Opposites attract, I suppose. That's true, but... I don't know. There's just something off about this relationship.
Oh, and Kaveh. A lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know that? Don't tell me you finally had an epiphany and realized that there's great virtue in respecting your elder's work.
Okay, let's take it easy, Kaveh.
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports from current students. The main grievance being that the annotations are too long and difficult to read.
Oh, wait, is that in terms of Kaveh's writing, or someone else's?
As a result, the books you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What? But all of my annotations were extremely important. Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service. The notes that I took, they couldn't have asked for a better analysis of those books.
You know, I keep forgetting that they did a thing with KFC. I keep forgetting that. I'm not even sure it's coming back, really. Is it still up? Is it still, like, viewable? I kind of want to know what it looks like.
Okay, just you wait. I'm going to fix this right now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
I wouldn't do that, Kaveh. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, we'll wait.
Waiting is about all we can do.
Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down?
He was put through the ringer recently by a particularly difficult client.
Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. I assume he used those exact words himself.
Doesn't seem far from the truth, though.
He probably did suffer quite a bit, that's true. He always spends a lot of time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying as many of the client's preferences as possible. But the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change of attitude. As the leading genius of Kshahrewar, Kaveh should have both the right and the confidence to reject any unreasonable demands.
He's the leading genius? Damn, no wonder why everybody wants to, like... Sadly, I tried the code and it's expired. Yeah.
There are plenty of architects in Sumeru
Have you,
who are inferior to
have
him in
you-
skill, yet far more
What is it?
irascible in temperament. What's more, there are plenty of people who look up to such individuals as paragons of staying true to one's principles.
Have you done the not cry sign up thing that they've been doing, that they did a little recently? So the problem is with Kaveh?
Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own. Of course, each person is different, and we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves.
And this is why you are the wise one.
Admonitions will serve no purpose. People tend to succumb to familiar pitfalls, and this is especially true for those who believe it's their duty to carry more burdens on their shoulders.
Wow, he really is just doing this, huh?
Looks
Finished
like you
al-
were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna hide that from you.
What do you think?
Okay, apparently he's gonna hide it.
What else is there to talk about? Surely no one would be interested in talking about the files that you were browsing through earlier. Anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book in such detail. It was a great help to me.
Are you sure that wasn't sarcasm?
See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
Kaveh, I don't know about this one.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really doesn't take much to make you happy, huh?
Me? Happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture. When I can find some time, I'll have a serious talk with him about making sure these books are put where they belong.
Isn't he retired? Didn't we just establish he's retired? You can't just pull him back. This isn't like The Godfather.
Why don't you just move all the books yourself? It's not like he hasn't cursed you out before. What was that nickname he gave you while you were in the academia? The Urchin of Kshahrewar?
Wait, what?
Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all kinds of books.
Hey! You didn't need to bring that up. At least not when I'm still standing here.
That is true. Kaveh at least has the decency to not, like, bring up topics about you while you're standing here, I'll hate them.
Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. See? Doesn't it remind you of something?
An arc bridge? I'll hate them's just like, oh, here we fucking go. Here we go, now you've done it.
Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
Was I wrong?
Don't ask me. This is the time you specifically put aside to brag about yourself. Feel free to hoard all the spotlight you want.
You? In that case, allow me to explain. Although this sketch is a little abstract, you can plainly see from the road plans that this was an original concept for the expansion of Port Ormos.
Oh yeah, Ocean was just talking about that.
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge fan of this project. It's the project he loves to talk about the most, second to the Palace of Alcazarzaray.
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was the one who did them in the first place?
I don't know, put a sign. You could put like a sign somewhere saying like, this beautiful design was made by Kaveh.
There shouldn't be any complaints about Port Ormos. If I remember correctly, the construction process was very smooth. Everything was made ready ahead of time, and there were very few safety concerns.
Why don't, you know? Kaveh, I am starting to appreciate you now that I'm doing this. Why don't I believe that though?
There are indeed no records of any complaints about this project.
Oh, okay.
A most impressive achievement.
I feel like there's a but.
See? What did I tell you? Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
Are you going to come too, Alhaitham?
No need. It's almost time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know how to appreciate artistry anyway. Let's go, traveler. I'll take you to Port Ormos.
Hey, here we go. I get to see this bridge. Because honestly, I don't even think I really noticed the bridge. I sent a request. Alright, let me take a lookie. There it is. Ocean breeze. I guess while I'm here, I might as well just, like, show the build. This is the weapon I've chosen for him for now. The evil sword. You know, now that I look at the description, this kind of sounds like a sword that either Ares or Kratos would use. Come to think of it, it kind of looks Ares adjacent. Now that I'm kind of looking at it. I mean, it said that this was one of the best weapons for him. My artifacts are, again, probably nothing to write home for. I'm gonna lock these so I don't accidentally sell them somehow. Oh wait, I should probably keep it on this one. I mean, it says that these are the best ones for him. I mostly just like pick. I've been using the training guide really lately because I suck at making my own decisions when it comes to you know, this. So, a lot of the, you know, I'm starting to notice that the chat's kind of blocking all the important information, isn't it? Oh wait, I also need to see the name cards. So which of these is the... I use Kaching mains for builds? Kaching mains for builds? Really? Or Keeching? You know, I don't think that name card's on here anymore for me. Or maybe I'm just blind. Hang on. Yeah. I see your I'll take a look in a bit. Right now, we gotta go check out this bridge. Oh, this one. The one that I always teleport to. This is his bridge? This is yours? Okay, now that I look at it from the side, it is pretty impressive.
Port Ormos.
Did you design one of the buildings here?
No, I didn't design any one specific building. Most of my work here concerned structural renovation. Port Ormos had already existed since I was still a young child. It wasn't as large as it is now, though. It only came to its current size after a sizable expansion. I was part of that project. The Arch Bridge over there, for example. That was one of my designs.
I mean, now that I look at it from here, yeah, it is impressive. How did you come up with the idea for it?
When I was first tasked with the project, I decided to reference the growth patterns of nearby trees to split Port Ormos into 2 levels. My goal was to improve the overall utilization of space. We ran into a lot of issues during construction, but thankfully, we were still able to achieve the original vision.
I thought you said there was no problems.
Residents can now behold all the ships entering and leaving the harbor from the vantage point of the bridge, while visitors can recognize the site of Port Ormos from a long ways away. I was still young and new to the trade back then. I could hardly believe that an idea in my head could become reality and remain in the world for many years to come. A true cornerstone of the creative process. The point about the design that will be ultimately used to judge its true worth. It was the first time that it became crystal clear in my mind. Once built, a building will continue to stand. Countless people will see it, and countless more will step inside it. Its final worth, whether it's good or bad, will be assessed by the countless generations of people that interact with the building during their lives.
Well, I would argue that you've done a good job. I'm sure the residents of Port Ormos really enjoy it.
You think so? I'm glad to hear that. But even with this project, I still had one small regret.
And that is?
My budget was tight, and I was unable to use the higher quality timber I had originally intended for the design. I knew that some concessions on aesthetics would be needed as soon as I agreed to a proposal that prioritized the practical functions of the project. Us creative types know better than anyone that most projects cannot be completed without a few regrets. Even the Palace of Alcazarzaray was not perfect.
But having no regrets would also mean you had no higher hopes for the future, Kaveh.
Yeah, you're right. I should learn to look toward future opportunities, and believe that any regrets I have can be overcome in time. We've spent long enough here. There's still one last place I want to go, but it's a little far. Would you be interested in a quick trip to the desert?
What? I wouldn't mind, sure.
Great. Most of my projects over the last few years have had something to do with the desert. Partially because there's a special place there that I often visit. This is a rare opportunity, so why don't you come along and see it for yourself? If you ever feel down, maybe you'll be able to go there and feel better too.
Okay. I'm game. What's this place in the desert? Whoa! Slingshot myself. The Dune of Magma? Whoops. Well, I put that back. I didn't mean to do that. I thought that was the teleport. Give me a second. Oh, here we go. Never mind.
Who would have thought that so many primal constructs could have congregated here while I was gone? We won't be able to sit and talk peacefully with these guys around. Let's clear the area.
No, not more machines. Oh. Oh, I forgot this is how you fight. Ow, ow. Okay, I'm just gonna switch over to my characters. I'm sorry, Kaveh. I don't know how to play as you.
Order guide.
Process of elimination.
I only know how to play as these ones. Forgive me, Kave. Forgive me.
Here you are.
Okay, that failed. There we go.
Isn't this place great? I often come here to clear my mind when I'm dealing with a difficult situation.
Do you just stand outside of it, or do you just go inside?
You know what I mean. Everyone finds themselves in frustrating situations once in a while.
Oh, I get that. Ran into that myself a couple weeks ago, but you know.
Just take me as an example. My family life got shaken up quite a bit when I was young. I struggled in school, and I got into a huge pile of debt building the Palace of Alcazarzaray.
I keep hearing about this, but I don't ever see it.
Although Alhaitham thinks that it's because of my personality that I continue to live in the shadow of the past, I think it's also just a part of life. Plus, if I look back, I've honestly had my fair share of good luck as well. You could probably say I've followed in the path of my mother. Like her, I've gained a name for myself as an architect, built something that's seen as my magnum opus, and found many projects that others have entrusted to me to finish.
Huh. You also haven't completely lost your passion for life.
Life is too boring when you live with no enthusiasm and passion. Only those who believe in the inherent meaning of it can capture the small nuances of everyday life and turn them into inspiration for beautiful designs.
You know, I can respect that. You know what you want in life.
Of course, I will concede that loving something also means taking it to heart. So to an extent, caring is also a source of pain. If I didn't love my work, I wouldn't be so torn up about it all the time. But still, isn't this place beautiful? Despite the erosion from the winds and changing seasons, you can still perceive its past beauty and glory. With different landforms come different architectural styles. The desert's history has left it with few records regarding its buildings, so I often visit the desert to investigate things in person.
I do like the architectural design of the pyramids in Sumeru.
The site
It's really
here
cool.
has moved me ever since the first time I laid my eyes on it. I told myself that one day, I would also be able to create buildings that move others.
He's such a cutie.
My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I reach the end of my life. But buildings are different. They are far more valuable than most materialistic things, and far more durable than human flesh. As long as there remain souls in the world who can decipher the meaning behind them, they will also have acknowledged me across the vast stream of time.
Kaveh, I'm surprised you haven't tried to build a golem yet. I'm shocked you haven't tried to build a golem yet.
If you were to ask me what art is, that would be my answer.
Now that's more like the Kaveh I know.
You think so? But I feel I've always been like this. Remember that question I brought up before? The one about whether I should see art as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or as a product of my own existential struggle.
Have you found the answer?
I still haven't found an answer to that
Oh.
yet. But if art wasn't inherently paradoxical and enigmatic, then people probably wouldn't be drawn to it. Those who pursue art will be unable to avoid the pain that it naturally brings. Will often be floating on cloud 9 one second and sinking in a mire the next. I'll try gathering my thoughts again once I've found a way to define art in the first place.
Good on you. Pat, pat. Good on
In
you.
any case, thank you so much for listening to everything I had to say.
Not a problem. That's what I'm here for. An architect's romanticism. My pain will one day fade into nothing just as I reach the end of my life, but my buildings will endure. I really should come back to the desert and start exploring it again, because there are some areas that I still haven't found. Some things left unfinished, one could say. Do I have it in me to do one more? At the moment? No, more than likely not. I got some. I have some errands I gotta run. I ran out of coffee, so I gotta go get some more coffee. I'll just hide in here for the time being, inside of the pyramid. But thank you for joining me. It was very fun. I got to learn a lot about the architect, which honestly was the goal. Uh-oh. That's not good. Why is that like that? Hey, don't do that. Why is that like that? Really? Spout? For real? I guess I'll just put it like that, then. But that was the goal, was to learn about Kaveh, and I certainly have. Hope to see you stream more. I hope to stream either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure. It all depends on how tiring Tuesday night is. Bye-bye, take care. Bye-bye, everybody. Remember, you are the guiding wisps of the world, and you are also the pen and paper. Only you can decide how your stories end. Until then, I'll see all of you either Wednesday or Thursday, depending.